The 2024 Paris Olympics were a spectacle of athleticism. Among the many sports, one stood out for its raw speed and excitement. Speed climbing, once a niche pursuit, took center stage. The International Olympic Committee's decision to separate speed climbing from other climbing disciplines proved to be a masterstroke. Fans were captivated by the sight of athletes scaling a 15-meter wall in mere seconds. The atmosphere was electric. This was a sport that demanded attention. The buzz surrounding speed climbing was undeniable. It was a sport that transcended language barriers. The concept was simple: be the fastest to the top. But the execution was breathtaking. Athletes trained relentlessly, honing their bodies and minds for this ultimate test of speed and agility. The IOC's decision had paid off. Speed climbing was a hit. The separation of speed climbing into its own event had a profound impact. It allowed the sport to shine on its own merit. No longer was it overshadowed by the more technical disciplines of bouldering and lead climbing. This was speed climbing's moment, and it seized it with both hands. The world watched in awe. Alexandra Miroslaw, a Polish climber with lightning reflexes, became the face of speed climbing in Paris. Her performance was nothing short of dominant. In the final, she etched her name in Olympic history. Miroslaw's winning time was a staggering 6.10 seconds. She didn't just win gold, she shattered her own world record. The crowd erupted as she reached the top of the wall. Her victory was a testament to her dedication and the growing appeal of speed climbing. The 2020 Tokyo Olympics marked a significant milestone for sport climbing. It was the first time the sport had been included in the Games. However, the format chosen for the competition drew criticism. The combined format was seen as a disservice to athletes who specialized in a particular discipline. The IOC listened to the concerns of athletes and fans. The decision to separate speed climbing into its own event in Paris was widely praised. The IOC's decision to separate speed climbing was not solely based on athletic considerations. Financial factors also played a role. Hosting an Olympic Games is an expensive undertaking, and the IOC must carefully consider the costs and benefits of every event. Adding a new event to the Olympics comes with significant expenses. The IOC must cover the costs of athlete travel, accommodation, and training facilities. There are also costs associated with officiating, broadcasting, and security. By separating speed climbing into its own event, the IOC was able to control costs. Instead of having to accommodate a larger pool of athletes for a combined climbing event, the IOC could focus its resources on a smaller group of specialized speed climbers. This pragmatic approach ensured that speed climbing could be included in the Olympics without placing an undue burden on the IOC's budget. It was a win-win situation for both the sport and the Games. Section 5. Reaching for Glory, Emma Hunt's Olympic dream cut short. The Paris Games were a roller coaster of emotions for American climber Emma Hunt. Hunt, a rising star in the sport, had her sights set on a medal. She had trained tirelessly for this moment, and her hard work showed in the early rounds of the competition. Hunt sailed through the qualifiers, setting personal bests and turning heads with her impressive speed and agility. She was a picture of focus and determination. Her dream of Olympic glory was within reach. However, the quarterfinals proved to be a heartbreaking hurdle. As Hunt ascended the wall, disaster struck. Her foot slipped, costing her precious seconds. In speed climbing, even the smallest mistake can be fatal. Hunt fought valiantly to recover, but it was too late. Her Olympic journey was over. Despite the disappointment, Hunt's performance in Paris was a testament to her talent and potential. She had proven that she could compete with the best in the world. Her Olympic dream may have been deferred, but it was certainly not over. Section 6. The Polish powerhouse, twin climbers, elevate a nation. Poland emerged as a dominant force in speed climbing in Paris. Led by the indomitable Alexandra Miroslaw, Polish climbers captured the hearts of fans worldwide. Miroslaw's gold medal performance was a source of immense national pride. Adding to Poland's joy was the performance of Alexandra Kalucka. Kalucka, who happens to be Miroslaw's twin sister, secured a bronze medal in the women's speed climbing event. The sight of the two Polish flags being raised together was a moment that transcended sport. The success of Miroslaw and Kalucka was no accident. It was the result of years of hard work, dedication, and a strong climbing culture in Poland. The Polish Climbing Federation had invested heavily in developing young talent, and their efforts were now paying off on the world's biggest stage. The future of Polish climbing looked bright. With Miroslaw and Kalucka leading the way, Poland was poised to become a global powerhouse in the sport for years to come. Section 7. Pushing the limits, the future of speed. Climbing is faster. The speed climbing competition in Paris left no doubt that the sport was here to stay. The athletes pushed the limits of human performance, shattering records and redefining what was possible. The future of speed climbing was faster, higher, and more competitive than ever before. Sam Watson, an 18-year-old American climber, sent shockwaves through the sport by breaking the men's world record in the qualification round. Watson's time of 4.75 seconds was a testament to his raw talent and the ever-evolving nature of speed climbing. Watson's performance was a sign of things to come. As the sport continues to grow in popularity, more and more young athletes like Watson will emerge, eager to test their limits and etch their names in the record books. The technology behind speed climbing is also constantly evolving. New climbing wall designs, shoe technology, and training techniques are all contributing to faster times and more exciting competitions. The possibilities are endless. Section 8. A global spectacle: speed climbing's ascent to Olympic greatness. The 2024 Paris Olympics marked a watershed moment for speed climbing. The sport's inclusion as a separate event was a resounding success, captivating audiences worldwide and cementing its place as a fixture of the Games. The excitement generated by speed climbing in Paris was palpable. The crowds were electric, the competition was fierce, and the athletes were nothing short of inspiring. Speed climbing had arrived on the world's biggest stage, and it had done so in style. The IOC's decision to separate speed climbing had proven to be a masterstroke. It had allowed the sport to flourish, showcasing its unique appeal to a global audience. Speed climbing was no longer a niche pursuit, it was a mainstream sport with a bright future. The future of speed climbing is bright. With its blend of athleticism, excitement, and accessibility, it is a sport that has something to offer everyone. The world is watching and the climbers are ready to deliver a show.